just know what's a lick with till they explode. Superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Race with the stars out. Not a board the house. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Mob in the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma get the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Wentz now on first down. Caught for the tight end Ertz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game.
Trying for the tight end Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 37 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it's a Giant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to run with.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. An
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again. and instead it works opposite.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's go. Let's find two.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Let's go. Great.
Brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Let's go. 4 down. 25.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Here's Ajayi, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They will run again with Coleman. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 53 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Sproles. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. They run with a giant. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the kick by Elliott is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They'll run it with Coleman. And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll begin the drive with the Giants. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Don't go. Let's go.
They run again with a Giant. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beautiful fake. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. To throw is Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in.
Getting your ass ripped
Get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Hurts. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it.
On the ball.
Now, Wentz again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 41 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They begin the drive with Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Sproles. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 1st down, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Elliott good with a PAT. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Like a little weak. We run buzzer, feet up what you think of. Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda said the standards in the
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Go, Greg.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Mike Wallace, 45 yards, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Goff now on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Sproles, the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Switch. Let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Garbage LOL.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Starting left here.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Into the red zone. Wentz dancing to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. To throw, it's Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Starting left here.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Here we go.
To throw on second down is gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Tight right. Four down. Alert.
Throwing on third. Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Great 15.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Wentz now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Wentz will try again on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete here on 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Like 20.
On first down, it's Gurley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The final shot before break here. Goff escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey. 4 down. 11.
On second down, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
4 down.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They are going for it. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, value three, value three.
Third and long. It's gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Lefty, lefty.
They'll start out on the ground with a jag. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Straight 15. Straight 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Can you sub to me? I sub to you.
Back now in Los Angeles. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Woods the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. 4 down.
Here's Goff. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Wentz now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam on the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. Great.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace, 41 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st down, Bortles eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here we go.
Bortles now on 1st down. And it's a short one there, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Omaha.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Doug Marrone has made the call. His guys are going for it.
Lucy. Omaha. Show that. Lucy.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They run for it with a Johnny. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Green 80.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way out to the 45-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Wentz now on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
380.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Here we go.
Bortles now on first down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end, can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defense is
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
And maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's The nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front. If those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now it's a Johnny. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Hank, set. 380. Lucy. 380.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap. Lucy, Lucy. Set.
He's back to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
82, 82.
Back to throw. Ertz over the middle. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Black, come on. Go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
81.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Trey 15.
Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds.
Lion. Lion. Go. Lady.
Back to throw. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me.